Who was the richest man who ever lived? A hint, it's not Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. The answer to that question may surprise you. His name was Mansa Musa. A name that may not ring a bell in the cacophony of modern billionaires, but one that echoes loudly in the annals of history. Mansa Musa, the man of wealth beyond comprehension, was the ruler of the Malian Empire in the 14th century, a time when Europe was in the throes of the Dark Ages, and Mali, under the rule of Mansa Musa, was bathing in the light of prosperity. He was a man of vision, a ruler of ambition, and a leader with an insatiable thirst for knowledge and culture. His rule was marked by unprecedented economic growth, cultural enrichment, and territorial expansion. But how did Mansa Musa amass such incredible wealth? Let's delve into his life and find out. Born in 1280, Mansa Musa was destined for greatness. In the heartland of West Africa, in a kingdom known as Mali, a future king was being groomed. Born into royalty, Mansa Musa was not a stranger to the grandeur and responsibility that came with the throne. His early years were filled with a well-rounded education that was typical for a prince. He was tutored in the art of governance, diplomacy, and military strategy. But it wasn't all just about ruling and warfare. Mansa Musa had a keen interest in learning, often immersing himself in the study of religion, culture, and the world beyond Mali's borders. Young Mansa Musa was particularly drawn to Islam, a faith that was steadily gaining ground in Africa. His commitment to Islam wasn't just a personal choice. It was a strategic move that would later shape his reign and influence his kingdom's relations with the broader Islamic world. When the time came for him to ascend the throne, in 1312, Mansa Musa was more than ready. His early years had shaped him into a wise and ambitious leader. His commitment to Islam, his thirst for knowledge, and his strategic mind were all key factors that would contribute to Mali's prosperity under his rule. But it wasn't just his leadership skills that were impressive. Mansa Musa was known for his generosity and his commitment to his people. He believed that the wealth of the kingdom belonged not just to the king, but to every citizen of Mali. This belief, combined with his strategic mind and the wealth of Mali's natural resources, would soon make him the richest man in the world. Mansa Musa's early life was marked by preparation. Every lesson learned, every decision made, every path taken was a step towards his destiny. From an early age, Mansa Musa was preparing for a rule that would make him the richest man in history. Upon taking the throne, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey of unprecedented wealth accumulation. With the scepter in hand, the world at his feet, Mansa Musa, the 10th Mansa, or Emperor of the Mali Empire, began a reign marked by extraordinary economic strategies and policies that would set the stage for an era of prosperity and cultural efflorescence. One of the key pillars of Mansa Musa's wealth was his control over the region's significant gold and salt resources. The Mali Empire, under his rule, had a near monopoly over these commodities, with the gold mines of Bambouk, Bura, and Galam within its borders. Gold nuggets were plucked from the rivers, while the veins of salt were dug from the earth. These were not just resources, but currency, trading tools, and symbols of wealth and power. Mansa Musa, the astute ruler that he was, capitalized on this to an extent that was unheard of before his reign. The gold and salt trade routes that crisscrossed the Sahara were under his firm control, creating a flow of wealth into the empire that was almost as steady as the Niger River itself. He implemented policies that ensured the resources were well managed and that their trade brought maximum benefit to the empire. His reign was a golden age, literally and metaphorically, with gold dust becoming a common sight in the marketplace of Timbuktu. But Mansa Musa did not just hoard this wealth. He used it to invest heavily in architectural projects and education, understanding the value of infrastructure and knowledge. Cities like Timbuktu and Gao saw a boom in construction, with mosques, madrasas, and palaces springing up, showcasing the architectural brilliance of the time. Perhaps the most iconic of these is the Jingwareber Mosque in Timbuktu, a testament to the architectural prowess of the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa's reign. These structures were not just buildings, they were symbols of the empire's wealth, power, and sophistication. Moreover, Mansa Musa's investments in education led to the establishment of the Sankore University in Timbuktu, attracting scholars from across Africa and the Middle East. The city became a beacon of knowledge, a center for the study of various subjects, including astronomy, medicine, and law. This investment in education enriched the empire intellectually and culturally, further adding to its wealth. Mansa Musa's reign was marked by a strategic and visionary approach to wealth accumulation. He understood the value of resources, trade, infrastructure, and knowledge, and leveraged them to create an empire that was rich in more ways than one. By the time of his death, Mansa Musa had amassed a fortune that is nearly impossible to comprehend today. His wealth was not just in the gold and salt of his mines or the architectural marvels of his cities, but also in the intellectual wealth of his people, the cultural richness of his empire, and the enduring legacy he left behind.